To create an intersection in Civil 3D, you need two design alignments and profiles. A target surface for daylight assemblies, and you will need to know what intersection assemblies will be needed. The two design alignments where you want the intersection to be added must touch. If there is a small gap between the alignments, you will need to grip edit the secondary alignment so it intersects with the primary alignment. The alignment just need to touch and do not need to be perpendicular. If you plan to use the daylight assemblies in your intersection design, make sure the surface you want to target resides in the drawing. You can data reference the surface from another drawing file or import the surface from a land XML file. To learn what intersection assemblies are required, you can use the intersection wizard. In the ribbon from the intersection tools, select create intersection. When prompted, snap to the intersection of the primary and secondary alignment. In the Create Intersection dialog on the General page, select the intersection corridor type that you want to use for your intersection. You can match the ground elevation of both roads or you can maintain the primary road's crown force the secondary road profile to be adjusted through the intersection. Make sure your selection, then click Next until you arrive to the corridor's region page. Under corridor region selection type, you will see all the intersection assemblies that are required for your intersection design. If you have not already created an assembly set that you can use, you will need to create all of these assemblies in your current drawing file. Make a note of each section type in preparation of your creating your assemblies. When you are finished, make sure to save the drawing file. To create the intersection assemblies, you will need to make copies of the primary and secondary road full sections. Create both assemblies in your current drawing file using the stock sub-assemblies from the Civil 3D tool palette or from your custom assemblies. The best practice for duplicating an assembly is to copy it onto the tool palette. You can create a custom tool palette for this purpose, then drag an assembly from the drawing file onto the tool palette. To duplicate the assembly in your drawing, select it from the tool palette. Add an assembly for the part section left, part section right, and curve return fill it. To make the new assemblies viable for your intersection design, remove the sub-assemblies that are not needed for each section type. For the part section, you can remove the sub-assemblies outside of the pavement or travel lane on each side respectively. The curved assembly will need to sweep clockwise through the intersection at each intersection quadrant. The right side will be used to grade from the pavement outward, and the left side will grade the pavement areas inward. The lane width on the left will be controlled by alignment and profile targets. Repeat these same steps to create the secondary road assemblies. In the instance, you'll need two additional assemblies. You'll need a half section daylight left and a half section daylight right. You can remove all of the sub-assemblies on the opposite side of the assembly marker. When you are finished, make sure to save your drawing file. To make your life easier, you will want to assign proper names to the assemblies so they coincide with the corridor section types that you are using in the section wizard. To do this, you can use the assembly properties. On the information tab, specify a name that is reflective of the corridor section type, like part section daylight left. You can copy this to your clipboard so you can easily repeat the name on another assembly and change left to right. Rename the curve assembly, then repeat these same steps for the secondary road assemblies. These assemblies are named half section daylight left and half section daylight right. If you are designing an intersection where the primary crown road is not maintained through the intersection, these assemblies will be different. When you are finished with the assemblies, make sure to save your drawing file.